All righty. Woo! Wasn't sure that was going to happen. Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm going to open the chat. It is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New Jersey. It is kind of hot, but trying to do this earlier in the day when it's not so hot. I have a fan running. I've got a cold drink. I've got my hair up and out. I've got my light clothes on, so I'm feeling pretty good. How's everyone doing there? Okay, I think I'm going to record this in a minute. Okay, I hope we are live. How's everyone doing? Say hello. How the weather is over there. How everyone is feeling. Hope everyone's finding us. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and record this. Let's see. Where do I record? Okay. Let's see what their name is. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm trying out a new technology today called OneStream. They claim they're going to be able to live stream on multiple platforms, so this is a big experiment. I hope it's working. I hope everyone is seeing this. If you are seeing this and you want to say hi, please do. It should show up on my end. But I will keep moving forward regardless. So welcome. My name is Rita Denoyer Garcia from Becoming Awake. I am a transformational coach. I help people have emotional freedom. I work with stressed out and overwhelmed professional moms. And the bottom line is that I help them to embrace and savor and love their lives while they're raising their children or launching their children and working on something that's important to them career-wise, professionally, a business, whatever it is. And I'm here for you today because I wanted to talk about focus. I think one of the things that really overwhelms a lot of us is our attention is scattered. We are not focusing on things. And I know in my own life, when I don't feel focused, I feel ungrounded and I feel like I can't really get anything done. And there's always things to do. And you only really can focus on one thing at a time. So when you can't focus, it feels like nothing really gets done very well. And you're constantly distracted. It's exhausting, frankly. And you're not really getting where you want to be. And oftentimes when we're not focused, we can become really irritated and impatient. And so we don't necessarily treat ourselves and others very well, or our kids, our spouse, our coworkers. So I wanted to talk about some things you can do to be better focused, because I felt like it was not only a challenge that I had, but it was also a challenge for many of my clients. So if you're feeling out of focus or scattered or overwhelmed, and you want to be more focused so that you can really zone in on what's important to you, and whether it's being or doing or having those things, then this is a place for you to be and to listen and ask questions. So if you're on this live stream or you're watching this, please put your questions in the chat. Hopefully with this technology, I'll be able to see them and answer them. But I'll take a look afterwards also and see if there's anything that I didn't get. So are you ready for these questions? Okay. So the first question that you're going to want to ask yourself if you're feeling out of focus or overwhelmed or stressed out and you can't attend to what you want to attend to is, how am I feeling? This sounds very simplistic, but it's so important to just ask yourself, how am I feeling? And maybe you can't even name exactly how you're feeling, like you can't put a label on it, and that's okay. But just ask, how am I feeling right now? What's the feeling that's coming up? And it could be overwhelm. It could be, I feel scattered. I feel anxious. I feel ungrounded. And I want you, I know this sounds counterintuitive, but I want you to just feel it. So don't run away from it or avoid it. This is what a lot of unfocusedness is, really, is about avoiding how we're feeling through distraction. So right now, let's just try it together while you're listening to this. Just feel what you're feeling. So we're going to take a few moments to just feel it. Just notice in your body whatever the sensations are of your emotion, because emotion is just energy in motion. So you're going to feel some sort of energy in your body. It may be very subtle. You may not be used to it, or it may be very obvious. Oh man, I feel tension in my chest. I feel tightness. I feel pain. I feel loosey-goosey. Whatever it is, just notice what you're feeling in your body. If you can do just that, a lot of things work themselves out. So just notice the sensations in your body. And you can close your eyes while you're listening to this, because I'm going to guide you along. Just close your eyes. Put your hand on the part of your body where you're feeling that sensation, whether it's tension or stress or overwhelm, confusion, whatever it is, doubt. That's a big one. Just put your hand there. And I want you to just feel the sensation. Is it tension? Is it tightness? And you can just bring your attention to the sensation. And you may get distracted. Come back to the sensation. That's all you're doing right now. So I feel my heart beating. I feel a little tension in my solar plexus. I'm going to put my other hand there. And I'm just going to breathe into it. Just notice it. Just for a few seconds. If you can do that for a few seconds, you know what you're doing? You're focusing. Congratulations, you're focusing. And it's okay if your mind wanders, just come back. You're practicing focusing on connecting with yourself. That's what so much of this is about, underneath all the other distractions. Okay, we're going to move on from this, but this is the first step in these powerful questions to help you focus, is to ask, how am I feeling, and to feel it. And then put your hand wherever you're feeling it, feel the sensation, and just focus on that. Just bring your attention to that, even if it's for a few seconds. Okay, now you're ready for the other questions. And I want you to get out a piece of paper so you can take notes, or you can listen to the recording of this. And I want you to take time with these questions because there may be some writing involved. There may be some working out of some thoughts. And we all know that writing is so powerful because it allows you to be an observer of your thoughts versus just getting lost in the thinking itself. And it allows you to see patterns that maybe you didn't see before. It's really a powerful exercise, just writing things down. So is everyone with me on this? Okay, we're ready to move to the next question. The next question is, what do you want or choose to focus upon? What do you want or choose to focus upon? And the reason I use the word want or choose is because oftentimes one of the reasons we're so unfocused is that we're trying to focus on things that we should focus on or have to focus on versus choose to focus on. Does that make sense? So there's a difference between choosing to focus on something and thinking that you should focus on something or have to. They're two different energies. The have to is obligatory. It often comes from some authority in your head. It's what good people do, or, great moms or good business people. This is what we should be focusing on, or this is what we have to do. Man, there's a lot of heavy energy attached to that. And I know as moms, a lot of our day is about what you should do or have to do. There's just a lot of energy. There's a lot of heaviness to that. So just ask yourself, what do I want or choose to focus on? With no judgment. You can even write what you think you should focus on and then write what you want to focus on and see if they're the same thing. So often, what we want to focus on is something we say we should focus on, and then it just wrecks it completely. And other times, we're trying to focus on something that we just think we should, and really we want to focus on something else. Hopefully this makes sense. So let me give you a good example. So health. Everyone says you should focus on your health, right? You should be healthy. You should be eating certain things, right? But if you're in that energy of I should do this, I should do that, I should do this, man, it's like driving a car with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. It's not good for the car. You don't get very far. I know there are a lot of you who live their lives by the shoulds, but it will wreck your car eventually. It gets you only so far. Now, what if you shifted your attention to what I want my health to be like, what I choose to do for my health, what I choose to eat for my health, what I choose to do for my movement or exercise? Man, there's first of all, the choices expand, and there's so much more enthusiasm and energy in making a choice and wanting something versus I should do that. You can even ask yourself the question and see how you feel when you say those things. I have to do this versus I want to do this. So I think I've belabored that point. So write down what you want or choose to focus on. And it could be right now, or it could be later in the day. Who knows? Or next week. Just one thing. Next question. And if you can't answer that question right now, that's okay. Just write the question down and leave it blank. You can go back and do it. The next question is, what's your intention? This is what I mean. I didn't ask what your goal is, but your intention. So in other words, what do you want to feel and be in this focused period of time that you're focusing on this thing? In other words, is your intention for it? Do you want to focus on your health? I want and choose to focus on my health. It's important to me. What's my intention? My intention is that I get into really great, healthy habits. I feel good. I have more energy. I'm enthusiastic about it. It's fun. These are all intentions that you have to focus on your health. This is important to know because it, once again, it gives you more focus, and the intention is designed to help you do it, to encourage you, to support you, to motivate you, to inspire you to be able to focus when you know your intention. And once again, if you're clueless about this, if you have no idea what your intention is, that's good information to know. Write down the question, and you can leave it blank or fill it in. So as the example, feel in my body, I feel some tension. I decide I really want to focus on my health, maybe specifically what I'm eating or how I'm exercising or what supplements I'm taking or what I want to drink more water or whatever it is. What's my intention? My intention is to make it easy for me, to feel good about it, to have more energy, that I'll do it willingly and easily, incorporate it into make it fun, incorporate it into my day. Okay, you ready for the next question? This is question number 4. We're almost done here. Next question is, how long do you want to invest in focusing on this today? How long do you want to focus on this? So, sometimes the reason that we can't get focused is because we have this big idea of how much focus it's going to take, and we feel overwhelmed. So I want you to really think about what's reasonable for you to be able to focus on for how long. It could be for 30 seconds. It could be for an hour or 2 hours, whatever it is. But I don't want you to put a bigger number than you can handle. One of the things that I would do to myself that would make everything impossible is that I put such a high bar on my ability to do certain things for an extended period of time that maybe I did it once and I was like, wow, I can't believe I did that. But then the idea of doing it again was just too overwhelming, and I just stopped doing it completely. So what I want you to do is to pick a piece of time. Maybe it's 30 seconds just thinking about your health, or 30 seconds about drinking more water, or 5 minutes taking a walk, whatever it is. I want it to be something that is easy for you to do, and you're going to get success. You're going to win. It's going to be a moment where you're giving yourself a high five because you did it. One of my favorite books is Atomic Habits by James Clear. That's the whole point of his book, is tiny little habits, 2 minutes. I taught myself ukulele 2 minutes a day, minimum, because I knew I could do 2 minutes. And guess what? After I started playing 2 minutes every day, after a period of time, I was playing 5 minutes. And then I was like looking for songs and I was playing more and more. But it started with a very little amount of time that I knew I could focus on just playing the ukulele. So whatever it is that you want to focus on, pick a period of time that's so easy for you to do. You have no excuse not to do it. Okay. So it could be as little as 10 seconds. Something that you can do repeatedly if you need to. If it's something like your health you don't do once and then that's it. So if you want to start a practice with your health, little tiny bits that you build on over time. But this will get you started. And also it helps to prove to yourself that you can focus on something if it's done in a certain way. Okay, last question, guys. Last question on helping you focus. The last question is, when are you ready to focus? When do you want to focus? So it could be that you're doing it right now as you're listening to me. You've decided what you want to focus upon, got your intention, how long you want to invest, and you're doing it right now. Or it could be right after this. But I want you to really be deliberate with when you're going to focus on this. In other words, put it in your schedule. One of the best things I ever did for myself was to have a schedule. I got one. I got a paper schedule, and I also have a virtual schedule, Calendly for appointments, but I also write everything down in my paper calendar, partly because I love checking it off. It feels really good to check it off as I accomplish things, and I get to see what the progress I've made, which is super important. But it also, when it's in my calendar, I will do it, or I'm much more likely to do it. If it's not in my calendar and I'm not used to doing it and I feel out of focus, it's not going to happen. Really not. I'd be surprised if it happens. So to be deliberate with yourself, decide when you're going to do it and make a commitment to that, even if it's for 10 seconds. And I want you to really celebrate it when it happens. And if it doesn't happen, have compassion and reschedule it. Reschedule it, go through the whole thing again. Give yourself credit. Celebrate the wins. Give your mind evidence that you can focus. It may be that you have to construct it in a certain way, like we're talking about, to make it more possible. But focusing is a skill and you can build on it. People are better at focusing as they practice focusing. And obviously, some people need more help with that for a variety of reasons. And I am here to help you if you need more. But try these out and see what happened. How did this work for you? What happened? How did you feel? Was it difficult? Where did you get stuck? Did you have any ahas? I would love to hear about that. And I would also love to hear other topics that you feel like, I have more questions about this. I'd love to hear about it. Or I really get stuck there. I wish Rita would talk about it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing these lives, is to give you information that you can take action on and see results. And if you get stuck anywhere, I am here to help you. I'm here to help you. So if this was helpful to you, or if you got stuck, or you have an opinion, whatever, please put it in the comments. If it's something you feel weird about commenting on, just DM me. This is going on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Just reach out to me. You can reach out through becomingawake.com on my contact page, or through the Becoming Awake business page, or in my group, my Facebook group, which I would love for you to be a part of, my Calm Mom Alliance free Facebook group that you can join if you're a woman. And you can DM me any question. Let me know what you thought of this. If this was helpful, I would love to hear it. And like I said, I'm hoping to do this on a fairly regular basis, maybe every 2 weeks, unless you feel like you need more. And I would love your feedback. So I hope you have a more focused weekend and week. Let me know how this worked for you, and we will talk again. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.